After all the terrible things Ezra Miller has been accused of and even caught on video doing, many DC fans are calling for them to be replaced as the Flash. If you recall, when the accusations came out against Johnny Depp, he was released from his role in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise and then replaced by Mads Mikkelsen in Fantastic Beasts. I hope I pronounced that name correctly. So many are now calling for the same thing to happen to Ezra Miller. Specifically, fans want them to be replaced by Gustin, who is known for playing the Flash on the CW series. As previously reported by us, just after midnight at a bar in Hawaii, Ezra allegedly flipped out over bar patrons singing karaoke. The 29-year-old was charged with disorderly conduct and harassment in connection with the disturbance at a South Hilo bar. As per the Hawaii Police Department, they said, during the course of their investigation, police determined that the man, later identified as Ezra Miller, became agitated while patrons at the bar began singing karaoke. Miller began yelling obscenities and at one point grabbed the microphone from a 23-year-old woman singing karaoke, which would be the disorderly conduct offense, and later lunged at a 32-year-old man playing darts, which would be the harassment offense. The bar owner asked Miller to calm down several times to no avail. Now, this was just the tipping point, but according to police, they had been having many issues with Ezra prior to this. Not only were they arrested for a karaoke bar dispute, but cops were also called for another disturbance just weeks prior to this. In a video shot earlier this month, you can see Ezra being denied entry at a bar with a female employee actually physically preventing Ezra from going inside of the Chinatown area bar. According to a witness, the confrontation took place after Ezra was kicked out of a different bar across the street. Things ended up getting so heated between Ezra and the female staff member that the police were immediately called in. And again, according to witnesses, more than half a dozen officers showed up. In another video, Miller can be seen speaking with the cops before they politely asked them to leave the area. Law enforcement sources also said that Ezra was given a trespass warning but was not arrested. Now, on top of that, 2 Hawaii residents also filed a temporary restraining order against Ezra, claiming that the actor had harassed and threatened them. According to the complaint, they claimed that Miller actually broke into their bedroom and threatened the couple, saying, "I will bury you and your wife." And as per the court documents obtained by Associated Press, Ezra is being accused of also stealing some of the alleged victim's personal belongings, including a wallet and a passport. The document goes on to say, "The respondent is famous and wealthy. This makes access to weapons much easier, as well as sending associates to harass the petitioner." And the actor had apparently been staying at the couple's hostel while in Hawaii and has been the source of 10 police calls since arriving in Hilo on March 7th. Hawaii Police Assistant Chief on the Big Island said that there has been many incidents of Ezra actually filming people at a gas station, refusing to leave the sidewalk area of a restaurant, and just arguing with people in general. Hours after being arrested and then released on $500 bail, police had to escort Miller off the Hilo property where they were staying after a resident called the police asking for advice about removing 2 house guests from his property. Not only has Ezra been credited as the first out LGBT person to play a lead role in a major superhero film, they also have a key role in the upcoming Harry Potter universe film called Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. Now, Grant, who has portrayed Barry Allen on the CW series, has been doing this since 2014, and the show is actually even renewed for a 9th season. And yet, he somehow has avoided any controversies, unlike his DC Universe counterpart, Ezra Miller. Ezra's own solo Flash film was set to be released sometime in 2023, but now Warner and DC executives have been holding emergency meetings to discuss the star's recent arrest, which means that there could be a pause put on all future projects involving Miller. According to Rolling Stone, last year Ezra also had what they described as frequent meltdowns on set during production of the film. And like the title suggests, fans are letting those executives know on Twitter that they want Grant to replace Ezra in the upcoming film. One user writes, "Probably a good time to mention this, Gustin would have been a much better DCEU Flash," with another adding, "Ezra Miller should not play the Flash again or act at all until they get the help that they clearly need." I'd love to hear your thoughts on all this though, because that's all the time we have for today. So stay classy, and I'll see you on the next one.